Hey folks, a warm and humid evening across the valley. Temperatures hovering in the upper 70s right now. 78 in McAllen, 76 in Rio Grande City. You see Edinburgh's at 78. These are the currents. Now, Future Track suggests, watch these numbers now. Midnight, by the time you get to 7 a.m., they haven't changed much. We pretty much bottomed out already. So what you feel out there now is what you're going to have pretty much all night long. Then during the daytime tomorrow, it warms up into the upper 80s in most locations. Warmest readings in the west as always. Cooler at the beach as always. Then tomorrow night, there we are again, mid 70s. That's it by 7 a.m. on Wednesday. And Wednesday afternoon gets a couple degrees warmer, closer to 90 across the region. Let's go one more day. Thursday, we start again in the 70s. A lot of sevens on that map, 77 all the way across. And by afternoon, most of the valley going over 90, with Starr County getting close to 100 degrees on Thursday afternoon. So the heat is building back in after a few days of a break. Now you take a peek at the next 7 days. The average high for this time of year is 89. We're going to go up until Friday, when we should average about 97 for a high across the valley. A very weak cool front will then come through late Friday into Saturday. It's a little bit cooler for the weekend, but not a lot. But the humidity will go down. We'll get more sunshine out, so at least it'll look a little nicer and feel a little more comfortable. Awful lot of moisture working its way into Texas tonight. Underneath these, we've got some low-level clouds coming from the southeast. Then the upper levels, we've got some high clouds. So that combination pretty well locks us in. 2 levels of clouds. You don't see much blue sky at all, and that's probably not going to change much the next couple of days. We're warmer, humid. We continue to have the southeasterly wind here at the surface off the Gulf of Mexico. These lines represent the winds up high, and they're solidly out of the southwest, so that brings Pacific moisture in. So we just stay overcast for the next 2 or 3 days. Maybe a few breaks in the clouds and maybe a couple of sprinkles, but the dominant part of the day is just going to be cloudy skies and warm and humid. By the time we get to Thursday, these lines start to bend a little bit. Surface wind still out of the southeast, but now the flow's more westerly. That tends to warm things up, and Friday even more so, kind of west northwesterly. But then by Saturday, the wind starts to kind of meander around Texas. The lines break up a little bit. Northerly wind at the surface for a little while. That allows things to dry out. So we're still warm, but at least not as humid as we head into the weekend. By early next week, pretty good rain chance for southeast Texas. At this point, looks like that chance should stay to our north. So our chances are at 10% through Friday, and then it goes dry after that for the Mother's Day weekend. Traveling tomorrow, San Antonio starts at 69, so does Dallas. Houston 71 in the morning. Afternoon readings bounce back into the 80s across most of the state. So us 74 for a low tonight under mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow back up to 87 with a sprinkle in a couple of spots and maybe some breaks in those clouds from time to time. Wednesday a little warmer, Thursday warmer yet, Friday the warmest, and then we cool it off a little, not much for the weekend, but we'll bring the sun back out in a big way just in time for Mother's Day. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.